Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And today's show is brought to you by The Dream Project. You can find out more information from our friends at The Dream Project at the link at the bottom of your screen. But as you can see, I got some more oomph in my voice because I am at one of the most happening places in the city of Hoboken, and that is 1301 Sinatra Drive, Pier 13. Enough said with my man, Darren Conway, co-owner here. How are you today, sir?
I'm good. I appreciate that. Was a very nice intro. Thank you very much.
I mean, you know, happening. Oomph. You like that?
You had a lot of intensity. I like that.
Yeah,
you
have to, man. Every time
you had a
come
couple
in
shots,
here,
didn't you?
Yeah, that's drinking on camera. He knows I like it. All right, Darren. So we were talking before the segment, and you said this is your 10th year here at the Pier. Incredible, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that started off as just like a little idea written on a piece of paper that kind of transformed into something more than we would ever expect it to be. And yeah, knock on wood, thank God, this is our 10th season. So
10th season. And of course, your 9th season last year was different than any other season because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Some of the differences between last year and now going into your 10th season here.
I think the design and the actual layout of the space changed. I mean, the Pier used to be somewhere you can come to meet local people, you can hang out on the lawn, and you could kind of network with people that were amongst your crowd. And then you might have somebody sit next to you they never knew, and then you kind of drum up a conversation with them, have a beer with them. And because of COVID, it's really allowed us to, or should I say, forced us to kind of go into more of a seating style, which we never did before with servers and things like that. So,
and you're going to continue that this season? Well, I guess you have to because the law has not changed.
Sense. Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. I don't know that I would want to be next to somebody on the lawn that I didn't know right now, and I think just for health and personal space reasons, I think it makes sense to kind of finish the year out and then next year go back to the old ways.
Interesting. Okay. And now, of course, you're known for your awesome alcoholic drinks at the Pier, but you're also known for your food trucks. And we're going to have Daria DeLucia from At Hoboken Eats join us a little later. Maybe this segment, maybe the last segment. We'll see how much time we have. Trying out your food trucks. On any certain day, how many food trucks do you get here per day?
Yeah, so I mean, on Mondays and Tuesdays, it's a little bit slower. We do 3 trucks. On Wednesdays, 4, Thursdays, Fridays, 5, and then Saturday, Sunday, we do 6 trucks, 5 being savory and 1 being sweet, usually Amanda's Bananas.
Correct. Interesting. Oh,
yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it makes the most sense. When you get too many sweets, I mean, at the end of the day, we are a bar, and people like to, indulge in foods that are bar-driven, and if we went too sweet, it really doesn't make sense for people that are looking to come out here and have a beer. You're not going to have a beer with,
with some cookies.
Yeah, exactly. So, a lot of people ask us that, and that's really the reason why. So.
No, I think that's fantastic. And Amanda's Bananas is perfect. It's almost like the icing on the cake, as they say.
And it's all natural, free of gluten-free, vegan. It's like one of the perfect desserts you can have, where you don't feel too bad eating it.
Absolutely, no, yeah.
Exactly.
I've been putting it on too. The COVID weight just keeps going here. I feel like that. Anyway, so let's talk about your bar atmosphere.
Sure.
Is there anything new to the menu this year in terms of drinks at the Pier?
Yeah, I think cocktails in general have really made a transition into RTDs, which are called ready-to-drink cocktails.
Interesting.
2 or 3 years ago, nobody really thought of it as a seltzer to be something that they would want to drink, especially a spiked seltzer. And now seltzer has, become one of the top categories. And now this year, they're offering many cocktails in a can. Margaritas you can get in a can. You can get spiked coconut waters. So I think the market has really changed in that aspect. And a lot of the canned cocktails you won't find in a lot of indoor bars because most bars are making cocktails that are fresh and that are made by a bartender and mixologist. Whereas here it's a little bit different. You can get away with that because you're ordering cocktails in a can that come in a bucket. And you can go sit them out at your table on ice, and so it's a different variety than what I think you would get more on a bar or restaurant. More inland.
Well, interesting. Okay. So now, since you are still following COVID protocols this year. Do you guys accept reservations? Because the Pier gets very, very filled very, very quickly, or is it first come, first serve?
It's always been first come, first serve, and the reason is that we often have a tendency to take long to find parking, or people are running late, and we only have a limited time to make money at the Pier, and we try to make sure that we give everybody the opportunity to be able to be seated. So we only go first come, first serve.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And it works out great. It's been doing it for the last 2 years and seems to be working.
Exactly. Now, your hours here, so people know at home, and where they can find more information about Pier 13 on whether you have a website or social media.
Yeah, so you can find everything on pier13.com, which pretty much answers any questions you may have about the space. You can go to our Instagram at Pier13 Hoboken, and our hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 4 p.m. to 11, Fridays 2 p.m. to 11, Saturday and Sunday 12 to 11.
12 to 11.
Yes.
That's 11 hours of drinking.
Yeah, and yeah.
That sounds like
if
what
you
I
could,
want
if
to
you
do
could
here.
last all 11 in this sun, I would doubt it. But
Exactly. Well, Darren Conway, co-owner of Pier 13, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you,
and
Peter.
having us on the pier here.
Appreciate it as always, guys. Thank you so much.
And making us borrow your chairs.
Absolutely.
Our budget's really in the river. I
You
guess.
can keep them. It's all good.
I love that. All right. All right. Folks, we still have some time in the segment, so I'm going to shoot it out to Nicolette Ayala, who is going to be with Daria DeLucia, trying out their first truck. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's go right to Nicolette.
Thanks, Peter. I'm guest host Nicolette Ayala, and here joining me is Daria DeLucia from At Hoboken Eats, and we are at her home, as she calls it, on Pier 13 in Hoboken. Hello, my dear. It's been a while. How are you?
It's been a while, and look at us back here.
It's so beautiful.
Thank
We're
you.
Very
So
summery colors coming up.
Ready to spill lots of food on my pants.
Let's do this.
So
So right now
we are show.
we're actually going to try Pizza Vida here, and they have locations in Jersey City, Hoboken, and Summit. So it is this beaut right here.
Little vodka pie action.
Yes, yes. You got some mozzarella on top with some basil, right? Basil, yeah? Basil.
Yep.
Let's go. Dig in, girl. Dig in.
We need a close up on this. I don't know if you guys can see
All right,
it,
let's
but
use this as a plate. All right. All right. Ready?
one bite.
I'm a messy eater. Sorry, Mom.
Oh my god. First of all, the vodka sauce on this is like creamy and nice, but also kind of light. I've had this pizza here quite a few times. For anyone who isn't fully aware, Pizza Vita's been at Pier 13 for a pretty long time. I know they have the location in Jersey City, but them specifically, they're like the OG food truck at Pier 13.
Okay.
The vodka slice, the vodka pie, I can probably have any day of the week, any time, any hour of the day. It's so light, delicious.
And it's not overpowering either, which I love, because I can't stand pizza that has like that acidic taste, pit in your stomach kind of thing.
In my opinion, and maybe my opinion only, but you cannot have a vodka pie unless you've mastered a vodka sauce. And they have done that. And they have like maybe a few different options on their menu, I think. It's been a while, unfortunately, but now we're back at Pier 13, so we're gonna go all the time. It's been a while, but they have a few different options, I think, like the Drunken Grandma slice, the regular margarita slice.
Right.
So they definitely have a lot of options, but this one is most definitely my favorite.
And I love the crust. So good, so soft, not like crunchy, but not like too soft, so it's really
it's like
good.
nice thin crust, you can see right here, but then you have the nice doughy crust that you kind of bite into after.
Right.
Love it. And like, let's be real, could one of us finish this by ourselves?
Honestly, yeah. Like if I had like a light early breakfast, maybe this for lunch.
Totally
could
could
do
crush
it.
it. And it could be a great
Absolutely.
meal, or we could share it like we're doing it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I feel like
And honestly, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I was a little scared because I thought it was going to be messier, but it's actually
we've also
contained,
mastered,
so it's good. Exactly.
we've mastered eating on camera at this point.
Exactly. So it's really, really good. I like the fact that the slices aren't huge. Like you said, it's like a personal pie almost kind of thing where, you know, we can share it or someone can have kind of our own individual things.
Yeah,
so
it's good,
I like
especially
it.
for Pier 13. When people come, you usually come with a group of friends. Or
Right.
if you're coming like on a date night,
Right.
You can split this. I can come here whenever I want, even by myself. But I think it's great for like
Right.
the guest food, like a group foods,
Right.
nice thing to snack on. And again,
Right.
what's nice too is you're getting something out of a food truck, and it's warm every time.
Right.
I know you love that. I know you love when the food comes out warm.
Love it.
Food always comes out warm, and it's great.
Right. All right. Well, we'll be right back for our next dish.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching the Pulse with Peter B and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back. I'm your host with the most on this episode of The Pulse. Joining me today is our special guest, Fidel Hernandez. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Josh.
So glad you could join us on this beautiful, beautiful day.
Thank you.
So people out there may not know, but I enjoy writing, and I enjoy writing when I believe that there has been an injustice out there, especially in Hudson County. That's how I discovered yourself. You're a Jersey City community activist, and you faced your fair share, more than your fair share, of adversity and a bit of persecution. And I'd like you to tell everybody about that experience.
Well, just to give you a little bit of background on who I am, I have a good legacy, if you will, of social justice, representing people that are marginalized and fighting for people's rights. So when I moved to Jersey City, I didn't change who I was. I immediately became part of the community in which I lived and started helping people. But when there are forces like I encountered that want the attention for themselves, they can then make problems where problems don't exist. And that is pretty much a synopsis of what has happened to me and my housemate, who happens to be a committee person under the Democratic ticket with Mayor Fuller.
I definitely think the Republican committee out there is definitely a better committee, but that's what mature adults can do. They can disagree and still be friends. I know you were dealing with immature adults that didn't like you and your housemate being active in the community. What were some of the things that happened when you guys got involved, some of the ways that they excluded you from the community?
So I think the catalyst for this mess was the takeover of the Block Association and a garden which was supposed to be a community garden by one of the residents. This resident, however, happens to have held a job within the municipal court system and the superior court system of Jersey City here in Hudson County. And because of that, I believe that there were certain connections that she made that made it possible for this persecution, as you said, to take place.
Well, let's boil it down. Let's get straight into it. From my perspective, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong here, it seemed like you and your housemate were being persecuted, hounded in the neighborhood because you're gay.
That was that was the topic that these people used, and I believe that they used it because they feel that where I live is predominantly black. They felt that the black community was, as they are, these people that are doing this harm to us, homophobic. And I tend to look at it differently. I think that we all evolve and that none of us are necessarily thinking as a tribe, we think individually. So I think this person played her cards, and it's shocking to say that it's a group of women. And it hasn't worked out in their favor because the community, the block, is not in agreement with their treatment of us. But we have had, and I'm going to lay out specifics that have happened to us. There was a narrative that was created without any evidence or any facts, which made it really difficult for us to clear our names. There was a firebombing attempt to my window.
So people threw a Molotov cocktail.
Yes, sir.
And it correct me if I'm wrong, it didn't
Ignite.
create other fire.
Yes, it did not ignite because the person that was doing it, I guess, is a complete idiot, and thank God for that. But then that happened, and then false accusations, which involved the police. These women literally went to the police department and filed false charges against us. Now, the alarming thing is that the court systems have allowed them to get away with all of this because one of the excuses of the judges in overseeing this case here in Hudson County was that these people did not know that lying was a crime. Lying to police was a crime.
Well, it sounds to me that the people you're dealing with are plugged into the and I'll be a little bit partisan here, the Democratic power structure in Jersey City. And I say that because that's the power structure that exists. And so every excuse was made for them, and every benefit of the doubt was given. But we only have a couple minutes left, so I just wanted to, obviously say that, anti-gay bigotry in every community is not acceptable. There's gay people in every single in color and creed and every community across the nation and the world. But wasn't there an assault that was involved in this? And
yes.
Could you speak to that?
Yes, of course. Thank you for asking. The son of these people, and if I can mention their names are the Blands, Elvira and Militinia Bland. Their son, Richard Bland, hired, and this is all public record, hired two men to hunt him down in broad daylight at 12 in the afternoon at the junction in Jersey City. Two guys got out of Richard Bland's car and beat my housemate to a pulp, where he was rushed to the hospital. He suffered a broken jaw in two places. His mouth was wired for 8 weeks. Just imagine that. Everything that you do with your mouth, you can no longer do because it's wired shut. Eating, drinking, everything. And this guy, although he had prior felonies,
what are you going to say? What was the punishment?
He got probation. On an aggravated assault, he got probation. And somebody that had prior felony charges and about 6 misdemeanor charges against him.
Oh,
and
wow.
The judge still granted him leniency.
Wow, that is absolutely insane.
And I just want to correct you. I think that it's not the Jersey City Democratic power structure. I think we need to address it more broadly.
Okay.
It's the Hudson County Democratic power structure, because I even made Brian Stack aware of these issues. Brian Stack was not bothered. Every committee person that sits in the Jersey City commission, every commissioner.
So when it's inconvenient for them, they ignore bigotry within their own ranks.
Or when the bigotry is the flavor of the day, then they'll pounce on it. But if it isn't,
the inverse, yeah, I understand.
They just sweep it under the rug and make all sorts of excuses.
Well, I think this has been very, very enlightening. We got a couple of seconds left. I know you and your housemate are very strong people that are very determined. Is there any message that you'd like to send to your neighbors and your community in Jersey City and people in general out there?
Sure. I just want to let everyone that has stood by us, I just want to let them know how important that's been to us. This has been demoralizing, scary, everything. And the people that stood by us, I thank you, and I really appreciate that. And those that have been made to believe in these absurdities, as Voltaire said, they may be destined to commit atrocities. So.
Indeed. And on that note, again, thank you so much for joining us, educating us, and stay tuned for the next segment of The Pulse.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Fios Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm guest host Nicoletta Ayala, and joining me is our food insider, Daria DeLucia from at Hoboken Eats. And we are here at Pier 13 in Hoboken trying Lomo fries, a Peruvian truck here at Pier 13. So I've never personally tried it. What about you, girl?
I have not even ever had Peruvian food that I'm aware of, so I'm very, very excited.
Never?
No,
Oh my God.
I'm very excited. This is a Pulse with Peter B exclusive.
Oh,
never had Peruvian
exciting,
food.
exciting.
So I'm very excited. And can I say, the way you say my last name, just
Lucia.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Love it, love it. All right, so here from what I'm told, we have the Lomo fries. So Lomo is a steak. Beef steak? Steak? I think it's steak. Yeah, steak. Steak, I don't know if you guys can see it, with fries, and we got a little pepper action going on here. And then what Daria is holding actually is the chicken chaufa, which is technically, chicken fried rice. It's really good. It has little egg in it.
If you could smell
right
through the camera, you would be as happy as I currently am holding this up to my face, smelling it, because it is absolutely smells delicious.
So good.
I don't know if you're also noticing the portion sizes that we're getting here.
Right.
This is massive. Coming from a food truck, this is literally like something you would get from like a walk-in establishment.
Right,
So
absolutely.
I'm personally very impressed. And I think they said this is their first time being
Oh, I
on
think so,
the pier,
yeah.
which is pretty cool.
I think so. It's exciting. So
Crushing it already from what I can say.
I know. So we're gonna try this out. Are you gonna try your sauce? You know
So
what?
I'm gonna get a little crazy, and
We don't know what the sauce is.
we don't know what the sauce is. It's
So
the
it's-
mystery green sauce. It came with both of ours.
So we'll try it out. How do you want to do this? You want to dip it?
We're not littering. We're going to bring it back.
Right.
We're going to pick it up.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh boy. Or you're
We're gonna
just
do it on a little portion
drizzle-
because we gotta try it with and without.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it.
Do it right here in this section.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
You go
One-
first. I
No,
need to know.
together.
Okay, okay,
One,
okay.
2, 3. Wow.
Mm.
Whoa.
Mm.
Very good.
It's like a party in my mouth. Oh man, that is a kick to that. Ooh.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, I'll go first. I'm tasting a million things in this right here. There is some fantastic spices, and I honestly can't put my finger on it. And it might be because I'm not as familiar with Peruvian food, which honestly, what the heck? I'm gonna blame my dad for that. I've never had it before. Way to go,
So
Ralph.
good.
The egg, the chunks of eggs, the chicken itself has, you can even see the spices on here, the pepper, and it's definitely grilled, delicious. And the green sauce on it, it's like herbs, like an herb sauce, very, very light, but definitely has a very strong kick to it.
Can I just say, stuffing my face. Love how it goes with the lomo. It's amazing. You get a little bit of that savoriness, but like you said, like the kick to it as well. So it's really good. I like the fact that the fries are with it. Kind of like tones it down a little bit if it's too much kick in your mouth. Yeah, it's pretty good. So let me know when you want to swap, girl.
All right, I'm not ready to give this up, but I will definitely take this one off your hands.
So good.
Okay, so I'm envisioning the perfect bite to include a pepper. Oh, this is an onion. So we have onions, pepper. Let me get a pepper. Or is this tomato? The meat.
Ooh.
And a french fry. I know, I put a lot of sauce on. You went in for a sauce, didn't you?
Ooh.
Okay, so again, I'm envisioning this is what the perfect bite looks like. So.
Can I just say my number one thing that I love? What do I love most about food? It's hot. So I love the fact that this is super hot.
How hot is that for you?
Like the sauce or like the actual
The
food
sauce,
prepared?
yeah.
Sauce I'm okay with. I feel like if I had another probably like little container and I put it, I'd probably be like on the floor. But it's super good. I love that it's not like overpowering the actual taste of the rice with the chicken and the eggs and you know the greens that's part of it. So absolutely love it. I think I'm gonna take one more bite.
And this too, I have to say, I'm interested in what the I'm not sure if it's peppers or tomatoes.
I think it's peppers.
Peppers?
Pepper, maybe tomato pepper.
With the onions, I'm not sure what it's marinated in, but it has such a nice flavor, and it's like kind of bled a little bit onto the fries, which you give the fries a nice flavor.
Right.
Makes them a little bit. They're crispy on the outside, but there's a nice little mush to it when you get into it from just sitting underneath the meat for so long. Not so long, but just being cooked underneath there. Again, hefty portion, very hefty portion.
Chicken super, super amazing. Definitely a fan. Have to come back.
Is it safe to say that I think this is my first Peruvian experience, but not my last?
Absolutely. All right, girl, I think we should do dessert next, yeah?
Speaking my language, let's do it.
All right.
All right, I'm stealing one more fry though.
All right, guys, we're back. We have our dessert. Our conversation's actually flowing. There's no food in our mouth yet. So let's try this.
Let's do it.
We are actually trying Amanda Bananas here at Pier 13 Hoboken. So I'm gonna start with Daria. She has the mango pineapple swirl. 100% fruit, half mango, half pineapple, no added dairy or sugar. For me, I have the birthday cake blurry. Just look at this beautifulness right here. It's 100% banana base, blended with rainbow sprinkles, vanilla wafers, and topped with whipped cream. So, cheers.
Cheers. And I'm so sorry I started without her.
No,
I couldn't help it. It had the little swirly on top, and I was just like, I need to get in and try it. This is probably the most refreshing thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Straight up banana, straight up mango, blended together to be this perfect, cold, cool, refreshing dessert. And it's like, I hate to say good for you because a lot of things are good for you, but I just feel like this just makes my body feel good. Like I just feel happy eating this right now. It's so refreshing. Coming here on a hot summer day too, I can only imagine.
And I will say the birthday cake blurry, it feels light. I don't know if that makes sense. It's a light kind of feel, light kind of eating.
Banana base, I think, makes all the difference, right?
Right, absolutely. You know, the sprinkles aren't overpowering. You could definitely taste the wafers. Can you taste pineapple, like the actual pineapple and mango?
I can taste. It's interesting because you're getting a little bit of hint of pineapple and banana.
Right.
The pineapple is definitely very strong, so it has like a citrusy flavor to it. This almost I would envision, like I would come here specifically to get this one as like a, when you're, you know, when you're like really full and your stomach kind of hurts too. Like I feel like it would, it's a nice like cleansing the palate, like make you feel,
absolutely.
make you feel good.
After like, you know, what we've had before, of course. Yeah. So definitely. All right. Do you want to swap?
Let's do it.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm so excited for this one.
Damn.
Oh wow. Oh, you can really see the vanilla wafers on here too. It's a much thicker consistency than that one. Trying to get,
Oh wow.
are those big beautiful bites again. Okay.
100% agree with what you said. It cleans your palate. I feel like, right? It's like a party in your mouth. So good.
Okay.
Super light too.
Initial thoughts. Definitely taste more of the banana base in this one. Like you are really tasting bananas here. Then the crunch from the vanilla wafer, and then the little bit of sprinkles on top with the whipped cream. This is absolutely, oh my God, this is so good. I'm not even kidding. Do
you want to
Both
hear
these are so different too.
Well, different, and I was gonna say, I feel like I can have that and I can have this as well, and not have a stomachache afterwards, if that makes sense. You know?
100%.
I think it has to do with the fact with, you know, dairy, right? With either kind of thing. So, super light, super sweet. That's, you know, number one thing, sweet.
And again, portion sizes.
Right.
Look at this. You're getting this out of a truck. And I'm always blown away by what they can do in a truck because you think that you're walking into like a full-blown, full-service ice cream shop or dessert shop, but instead you're going to a truck and you're getting something as big, amazing, and like this is heavy. Like this is packed in here.
Right, and but it's light though. Like I feel like when it comes to like actual eating and tasting. So I love the fact that, you know, they're both different, but they complement each other in some sort of way. So
absolutely, I think I will.
The fact that you can get two different things, something like, you know, completely different things from the same place, to me, that's like perfect.
Absolutely, and I know for them too, they also do all the toppings on the banana ones too.
Right. Right. Daria DeLucia from at Hoboken Eats. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We have to do this again, of course, now that summer's coming and summer's near.
We'll be here all the time.
Yes, exactly. Folks, today's show is brought to you by The Dream Project. You can find out more information at the link at the bottom of the screen. Join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm guest host Nicolette Ayala. Have a great week, everyone.
The Pulse with Peter B. is a proud partner of Eyes on NJ.